Well, I have the dilemma. I've been dealing with the decision of whether I want to move out of my parents' house or not.
Okay.
Because, I mean, they do help me a lot, with the children and, all the responsibilities that I have to do. But they also treat me like a child at times. They're checking on me constantly. They call me to see where I went or tell me when I come back. Even when I do things with my own children, like they always question me, why are you doing that? And don't do it that way and do it this way. And it's just, sometimes it gets out of hand.
That sounds like it could be frustrating for you.
Yeah. Sometimes, I mean, they treat me like a 10-year-old. Like, they treat me like I'm a child. And then my kids are their child, so there's three of us instead of me being the mom and the two kids. And they, even when I try to discipline or educate my kids on my beliefs and my way of thinking or doing things, they intervene and they put, their own style, or their own opinion, which, sometimes I don't agree with.
Yeah. Well, I'm sensing that you might want a little more independence from your parents.
I do, but it's hard because, as I said, like my mom, or both of them, they help me a lot. Like my mom, she does the things around the house for me, so I don't have to worry about the house. I just have to worry about school and work and the kids. So at home, she does the cleaning, the laundry, the fixing up, everything. I don't have to do anything at home. They watch the kids when I have, when I can bring them with me. They pick them up. I mean, very rarely. They don't do the picking up, but if I need like an emergency or something came up, all of a sudden they do that too. So I don't know. I used to get really upset in the beginning, with my dad, and one time I even looked into like moving out. But like when I put things in a balance, I do have to take a lot from them. Because they want to control my life.
I see.
What time I take a shower, what time I get out of the bathroom, how much water I consume, whether I drink, like every little thing. But then they help me so much.
Yeah. Well, I heard you say that you feel that they control your life. So tell me a little more about that.
Well, for instance, like they do help me a lot, but they complain about it. Like, like if they have to stay with the kids, they complain about it. They don't have their own time, or they always have to stay with the kid because I go to the gym, because I come to school, because I do this. So if I take the kids, because, they don't want to babysit them, if I take them with me to the gym, if I take them with me to do a homework, then they call me, oh, bring the kids back. Oh, poor little kids, they have to, drive around with you, or be at the gym with you, or do this. It's like, what do you want me to do?
Yeah.
Like, single moms that have nobody else to help with, those are the normal activities that they have to do, and the kids have to be a part of it because there's nobody else home to leave them with.
I could see how that could be some conflicting messages for you coming from your parents.
Yeah, they tell me with their mouth, no, I don't want to, help you all the time, but then when I try to be more independent, then they call me. Like even if I'm at the store at Publix buying groceries, they call me, oh, where are you at? Oh no, bring the kids. Poor kids, they've been out, for so many hours. Bring them home. They want to be home. They don't want to be out with you. And it's like, if I want to leave them, you complain because you don't want me to leave them. But when I take them, you tell me to bring them back. Like,
well, when you first began, I remember you saying you considering moving out. What would that look like for you if you did move out, take the step to move out?
Well, I sometimes when they go out to a party or like a family, like some friend's house, and they spend a couple hours and I'm by myself with my kids, I feel so relief and so much in peace because it's like I'm in control of me, of my kids. I do whatever I want, whenever I want, without having somebody constantly on me.
Sure.
But like that time when I wanted to move out, and I was looking for an efficiency or an apartment to rent, and first I had to do my budget. Like if I move out, I would be able to pay for my living expenses but I won't have $1 left,
I see.
like to eat out or buy the nice things that I like or that I'd like to give my kids. So then I'd rather just put up with them and
I
have
see.
money left over.
So on the one hand, you feel controlled by them, but on the other hand, you do like some of the conveniences that come with living there.
That's right. Like having my mom help me out and do the house stuff and having the extra money to go, take the kids out on nice vacations and
Yeah.
get things, nice things that otherwise I wouldn't be able to afford.
How do your kids react to the dynamic they're living with your parents and you all together?
Well, my kids, they act differently when my parents are around and when they're not around.
Mm-hmm.
If my parents are around and I go out and I want to take them, I could take them to Hawaii. Oh, let's go to the beach, let's go, to the park to play. They don't want to go with me, they want to stay with my parents.
Mm.
But if my parents are not there, then they want to go with me because I'm doing things that are fun for them. But if my parents are there, they rather stay with my parents. And also, like if I tell them no to something or it's time to do your homework or anything, then they just run to my parents, to their opinion, so that they can get backed up, from my parents, because my parents are the law, not me.
Oh,
Because my parents override anything that I say,
sure.
and they know that.
So it seems that you feel you might want to have a little more control of your mothering than your parents having the parental control with the children. Your
Yes.
children.
Yes, because my parents, they're great parents and they raised me in a good way, but they're not using their skills and their beliefs that they use on me with their grandchildren.
Mm-hmm.
They're bringing them up differently because, like, for instance, like education and school, they always, they were very harsh on me and very demanding with my schools, with my grades, with my attendance and everything. With my kids, oh no, school's not important. Oh, the teacher doesn't care about you. They just do it for the money. And if you miss a day or two, it doesn't matter. They didn't tell me that when I was growing up. Why are they doing it now? Like, you don't tell your child that.
Sure.
And those are the things that my father tells my children all the time. Or like, oh, you do so much homework, you should be a NASA engineer by now.
Yeah.
Like, no, he does the homework that he's supposed to. Just like every kid, just like every student in his class. So I just feel frustrated.
Yeah. So when you meet with the teachers as far as, the assignments for your kids, is there any connection between your parents and those, directives given from the teachers?
What do you mean?
For, like when I heard you say that your father tells him, maybe not to do his homework, but if the assignments are coming from the teachers, does your father have any responsibility back with getting those assignments into the teacher and then the grades that your son receives?
No.
Or so it's possible the pressures you're feeling are upon you and not upon your father.
Yeah, he doesn't help him with the homework,
Mm-hmm.
or he doesn't go on teacher conferences. He has nothing to do with the school other than yapping his mouth.
Right.
But he does get the homework completed and he does get his work done because he has no choice.
Your son does.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's doing well in school, but my father, we have to pass and get over those comments, derogatory comments towards education, towards the teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Last year he had a teacher, my son had a teacher, she was very, very strict, she wasn't sweet and stuff, and my son, he can get a little mischievous, but, so he'll get in trouble sometimes, and so when he got in trouble, my dad would say that the teacher's just fat and unhappy, and that's why she got him in trouble. That's not appropriate.
Sure.
And that he was going to buy him chocolate so she would fat.
Mm. serious, but I can tell from the things that you're telling me today that it is, there are some pressures that are mounting up for you to want to change what's happening.
Well, he's funny, sometimes he's funny about it. I just lose it and I have to laugh. I laugh in front of my son when we're arguing about it because he makes it funny, It's not funny,
Yeah.
but he makes it funny, like his comments and his jokes about serious concepts.
Sure.
So, I think my son is pretty smart that he knows my dad is just messing around,
Yeah.
but it bothers me. It bothers me that I have to explain myself why I'm making my kids do homework,
Sure.
why they can't miss school,
Mhm.
like just those things.
So if we go back to, expressing that you'd like to move out, what are some steps that, you could take at this point? If I, summarize basically what you've said to me, that you want to move out, but on the one hand you feel controlled by your parents, but then you also like the conveniences that come with living there, and then you're pretty much at the point where you're not sure how your dad is, reacting as far as with your kids.
Well, the steps that I could take, or that I am taking, is I'm going to school
Mm-hmm.
to have another job, that will pay a little more, not that substantially more, but a little more. And then perhaps I can move out then, or like if I have a significant other, sometime in the future, not
Okay.
right now, be two incomes instead of one. But in the other hand, about having the nice things, I think like even if I get another job, if I've put up with them for so long,
Mm-hmm.
maybe I want to buy a nice car and just put up with them some more.
Okay. So you're
it's-
not really sure at this point what the next step is for you.
No, I'm not sure. Sometimes I feel like I want to fly out, even if we live under a bridge. And sometimes, I look around and say, my mom helps me out. She does all the house chores. They help me out with babysitting my kids, and I have money left over to do anything that I want. Well, to a limit, but
Mm-hmm.
so just stay here, enjoy, and chill.
Okay. And so your daughter, what is her reaction to the dynamic at your house?
My daughter's the same way. If I tell her not to do something, it could be like a small thing, like I want to cut her hair, just trim it a little bit so it looks healthy. She runs to my mom, she wants to cut my hair. Mom says, no, she's not cutting your hair. And it's like, okay.
So you feel undermined by
Yeah.
your parents'
Yeah,
decision making?
they're the parents. They're the parents. They're the ones that make the decisions over my children's life,
Mm-hmm.
over everything. If they get a haircut, if they get a shower, what time they get a shower, what they eat. Sometimes I've prepared them stuff to eat because my dad says, oh no, you have to do it. Like that's not my job. Why do I have to prepare them stuff to eat, blah, blah, blah. So I prepare them stuff to eat, sit them on the table, set the food. They don't like it the way I made it. Then my dad comes, throw that away, and prepares it. It's like, why didn't you do it the first time? Why did you make me waste time and food?
Yeah.
I asked you to do it because they wanted you to do it, but you said no, that I should do it, that that's not your job.
Sure.
But then you're gonna throw it away and do it. That's contradicting.
Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of pressures that you could be feeling very unsure of, going forward with the decisions they're making and the decisions you're making as a parenting team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know what to do. As I said, sometimes I'm okay with it and I enjoy. I think I'm mostly okay when I go on vacations and I just enjoy myself. Because I go